Yeah, so I'm Leia, I'm at Birkbeck, and I was in bodies, human, post-human, and non-human as a group. Again, very wide range of research interests going from medieval representations of animals all the way to robots, so really the whole span. But we actually found when we started talking that we were kind of united by the idea of proximity and interface relating to the body, so how bodies exist in space, interact with spaces, and interact with each other. The key debates that were going on in people's research were mind-body divide, post-humanism, queer theory, debates about normative bodies, corporeal feminism, animal studies, evolution and culture, primitivism, post-colonial theory, medical humanities, and biopolitics. So a big mix. And then these were some of the key theorists, but as we said, there were a lot more because of the variety of stuff that people were doing. And when we were talking about proximity and interface, we started off thinking about doing a conference, but we thought we'd try and look at some of the more kind of inventive ideas on this sheet and ended up coming up with the idea of a bodies book sprint. So the overall theme would be proximity and interfaces, and it would be an embodied way of exploring and enduring academic research about the body. And it would involve possibly 2 or 3 days, either kind of residential or site-specific or both, in which the theme of proximity and interface would be broken down into different themes. Possibly we thought about doing it so that when it's finished, you have a kind of an anatomy running through the book, but that might not work. And the final it would finish with an open access book, which would contain short reflections from groups of 3 or 4, so sort of like maybe 5 groups of 3 would come together, write reflections on different topics, and then we put them together as sections of the book. We'd explore software possibilities for recording the editorial process as it happens. So it wouldn't just come out with a book, it would come out with a book and tracing the way that the book was made. So the actual experience of writing would be part of the project that people could see afterwards. And it would also be followed by a reflexive exercise, either with everyone together or if that was too much of a time constraint, people in their own institutions would have a kind of reflective exercise on the whole experience of doing a book sprint. And have a preface from academics about the form of the book sprint, and then also a kind of a reflective preface on the content. It would be a beneficial process of sharing knowledge and understanding, because I think we felt that the group was a good time to kind of meet and talk about different areas, but we wanted to spend more time actually really getting into each other's research topics, because there were some really productive crossovers going on within the group. And possible institutional collaborations could be with the Wellcome Trust or the Chase Medical Humanities Network. And that's what we did.
Yeah, I mean, again, just like it's really set of interesting, specific ideas. I can certainly see some of that working very easily. Some of that maybe a second stage, but yeah, really interested to hear that. I mean, within most of the Chase institutions I can think of are academics from a whole range of disciplines who would be really interested in something like that. I think not least because the concept of the book sprint might be quite new to them as well, and they might find that kind of an intriguing thing to be involved with. So thank you very much.